That took actually an eternity. Look at this! How are we gonna get this little guy? Hello, my name is Shay. I like to make things, and this time we are making Sabrina Carpenter's tour outfit. Because I don't know about you, but I have been getting these clips on repeat in my TikTok, and I want it. It's so sparkly, it's so cute, it's so fun, and I love the little towel reveal. Sometimes I like to make things because they're really creative, or they're big technical challenges, or they're just a very inspiring piece of clothing. And other times, I just want it. And this is one of the times where I just want it. And the fun part about having all these artistic skills and stuff is that sometimes you just get to make things for yourself because you want to. So enough chit chat. Now I just need to figure out how to make this. So I'm gonna be making her intro look because at the beginning of her concert, she basically comes out in a towel and then reveals this sequined bodysuit. She has a ton of different variations on this look, but they're all the same outfit. I'm gonna try and just do her most classic one, which is either her pink or her red, just one of those solid colors. I found this really helpful Vogue video where she talks through her looks with her stylist. In this video, they actually shared that the corsets are made by Victoria's Secret. Because it's made by Victoria's Secret, it's probably built like a structured undergarment, so it's almost like a corset bra. And all of that sounds fine and dandy and easy to do, except what the heck is a corseted bodysuit and how do I make that? So I'm gonna do a bit of research. There's definitely options for if you wanted to just buy a base bodysuit online. Nothing that I love though. I'm not really seeing any perfect patterns for it, so I think I might just end up making my own. I'm just gonna grab my fabrics and make a corseted bodysuit. But before we start making Sabrina's outfit, you might be thinking, wow, Shay, what about your outfits? And I would tell you, well, they're all from ThredUp, the sponsor of this video. ThredUp is basically an online thrift store, and it's one of my favorite places to shop because you can get a ton of really high quality clothes at affordable prices. And unlike shopping fast fashion, it's a much more environmentally friendly option because you're actually keeping waste out of landfills because you're shopping secondhand. I really wanted a more cutesy Sabrina Carpenter style wardrobe this fall, so I used ThredUp search filter to basically shop Princess Polly, but secondhand and like 75% off retail price. And I was able to fill my closet with a bunch of super cute Princess Polly tops for such good prices. This one also estimated retail $25 on ThredUp, $6.50. This crop top, $6.50 on ThredUp. Cute white tee, $6 on ThredUp. And this cardigan, new with tags, retails for like $64. I paid $16.80 on ThredUp for it new. But my favorite was probably this pink Princess Polly top, which usually retails for about $51, but was only $10 on ThredUp. And I paired that with this white Zara skirt, which is estimated to retail for $46, but was only $12 on ThredUp. I even found this cute pink Kate Spade purse to complete the look for just $29.88. Like under $30, and it usually retails for like $319. So this is a $416 outfit that I got for about $52 on ThredUp. And they have thousands of different brands you can search for and just a huge variety. So if you're interested in expanding your closet in a more affordable and a more environmentally friendly way, check out ThredUp. You can click my link in the description, and you can also use code Crescent50. It's gonna give you 50% off and free shipping on your first order. Pretty good deal. On top of discounts, just clicking my link and using my code does support me, and it makes projects like this possible. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for ThredUp for sponsoring this video. But all that said, enough about my outfits. Let's start making our Sabrina Carpenter outfit. Let's go. So we are headed to the LA Fashion District to find supplies. I need to get some underwire and boning to make her like corset bit. I need to get a bunch of rhinestones and just like all different types of stuff. Perfect color. And we're back from the fashion district with supplies. I found this perfect like magenta pink satin to use for the base of her bodysuit. I also got some pink stretch lace to use for all the lace details. I've got a couple types of boning to make the corset stiff. My favorite part, I've got so many rhinestones. And they're just like the perfect fuchsia color. Now that I've got everything, let's start on the hard part. Making that corseted bodysuit. Corseted bodysuits like this are hard. I really want like a snatched perfect bodysuit that just fits me perfectly. So we're not gonna take the easy way. We're gonna make a pattern from scratch. We are using the ye olde tape method because I feel like that's the easiest way to get a custom pattern without much draping skill. It's where you basically just wrap yourself in cling wrap and then wrap yourself in tape to create basically a mold of your body that you can cut up into a pattern. Okay, we need to phone a friend. I can't really get the backside. Wait, how are we gonna get this little guy? We're solid. Oh, this is so thick, your little tail. And I think we have to just do the top part now. I'm done. I am taped. I'm like rock solid in here. Now that I have basically a mannequin of my body, I can kind of just draw on the shape of her bodysuit. And Cronus is helping me with the back because I obviously cannot. And with that, we basically have our pattern. So I just need to free myself. And we're free. Let's go cut it up. So I'm gonna cut it up into pattern pieces and then we should have a pattern. Technically, this should work. Maybe. To test it to see if I actually did it right, I'm gonna make a mock-up first out of scrap fabric and cut that out and sew it all together and just hope that it fits. Ta-da! Okay, let's try it on. Okay, y'all. That's not bad. That is looking very Sabrina bodysuit-like. Now I'm just gonna make it out of my real fabric. Same thing, different fabric, let's go. The same deal, we're taking the same pattern, tracing all our pieces, cutting all our pieces. Just this time, we're doing it out of coutil. It's looking pretty good, but it's still kind of floppy. It doesn't have that supportive structure that a corset does. So that is where we add this stuff, steel boning. To make my boning channels, I'm literally just taking that extra seam allowance that I left, folding it over, and sewing a little line across it. And that creates a little tube that I can put the boning in. Look at all those pretty boning channels. Now we add the boning. She's looking good. I ended up having to like take in the waist like 3 or 4 more inches, but I'm so happy with it. Like, this is her shape. And the boning makes it like so smooth and so sturdy. I did a pretty good job with this one. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this. I hate sewing bra cups. They're just annoying and I never can get them right. I'm just gonna take this bustier and steal the bra cups from it and put them on my bra. I have to redo it. I sewed the bra cups on too low so that it sits below my boobs. And of course I cut it because I was so confident. And this means I have to remake this entire thing. I already had my try. It sucked. I'm starting to think maybe trying to pattern my own corset was a bad idea. I'm gonna set this aside for a day and come back to it. But I think I need to just remake it. Okay, it's a new day. I'm no longer as sad. I'm gonna remake this. Time for, you guessed it, a montage. It sucks that I have to remake it, but this already looks so much better. Instead of like making my own boning channels, I have now actual boning channels that I'm gonna use. That's perfect. Oh my God. Now let's just do our finishing touches again. Okay, wait, that looks like, that looks good. And remaking it was worth it. And I think just the experience of like having to sew the first one made the second one so much better. But now we have a beautiful, beautiful bodysuit base. So now I can finally do the outer layer. For the outer layer, guess what? We're doing the exact same thing for a third time and making this pattern again. Just this time out of my pretty pink satin fabric. It needs an iron, but this is the bodysuit. The only thing different about the pattern for the outer layer is I also have to cut and sew booby cups, but it's the same process. You trace, you cut, you pin together, you sew, and ta-da! We now have booby covers. Now I'm just gonna sew them directly on the base. I'm so happy with this! Booby cups are attached. Now let's attach the rest. To attach the main bit, I first pinned it together just off my body, and then I tried it on and made sure the fit was exact. So that when I actually sewed the two pieces together, there'd be no wrinkles and it'd be super smooth. Now that I have a fit that I like, I'm just gonna hand sew this outer layer to the main layer. You could technically use a machine, but at this point, I just want everything to be perfect. I've spent way too long on getting this right. Okay, that took like 5 hours of hand sewing, but she's done. Let's go try her on. That looks perfect. I like can't stop looking at it. I made a beautiful garment. The hard part's over, the bodysuit's made. Now I just gotta decorate it. Her bodysuit is not just a bodysuit, it also has some like lace detailing. You can really obviously see it on her hips, but then also just like on the top bodice. And these are rhinestoned over, but there's still like lace there. So I gotta add that first. I just picked up a couple lace trims from the fashion district and I'm just gonna pin them on.
Once I found a placement I like, I just hand sewed them in place to secure them.
That's a beautiful base. The lace actually added so much more than I thought it would. But now that the lace embellishments are done, there's really only one more big step, and that is to rhinestone. This is going to take forever. We're just gonna rhinestone. How hard can it be? I don't really have an exact method I'm using when I'm rhinestoning. I kind of randomly place the biggest rhinestones first, then I just randomly fill in with the other 3 sizes. And I actually found this works really well at very quickly creating that scattered look that she has. Maybe like 6-7 hours in, we've got this much done. Let me try it on. This is just a corner. I cannot wait till it's fully bedazzled. Also, I started rhinestoning the lace at the top and it just looks beautiful. Like, that just looks good! It's about 25% covered. We just keep rhinestoning. That's all there really is to it. We've fully lost track of hours at this point. It is about halfway done. Let me do a quick try on. Not bad! Look at this! I was really worried that the rhinestones would take a little bit of stretch out of this, but it still fits so far, so we're doing good. Look at this. We got a whole nother half to go. It's gonna be a while. Now that the whole bodice part is rhinestone and the bulk of it's done, I'm gonna go and rhinestone the hip bits. Nothing too fancy, I'm just like making it more sparse. And the bodysuit is rhinestoned, it's done! Look at this! That took actually an eternity. The biggest thank you to all of my friends who came and helped, or else this would have taken like 2 to 5 times longer. You can finally start to see it as her look, and it is so sparkly. It's pretty much done, but I still got the last bit of all her accessories to do. One of the last accessories is she has these little garters and stockings. So I found these pink garter straps at the lingerie store, so I'm just gonna sew them onto the bodysuit and rhinestone them. And then we have garters! For her garters, I found this lace. The triangles are a bit big, so I'm gonna just cut them a bit smaller and then put them on the top of these thigh-high tights I got. Now I'm just gonna rhinestone this. And that is everything. She is done. I never have to touch another rhinestone in my life. To finish this look, my friend Kronos helped me style a Sabrina wig, and then all that was left was to do some Sabrina style makeup and put it all on for the final reveal. And that makes me say, tell you how proud I am of how this look came out. It looks like her dress. It looks like her tour outfit. And the rhinestones just absolutely elevated it to look like the most expensive garment ever. And like, this was a long one. I started working on this in April, March, and it is currently September. Good work takes a lot of time, and I'm really happy that I put the time into this one. And then at the end of this all, I get to just wear it. I get to be her and wear her outfit. But that is all for this project. It was a pretty fun one, but I am really excited because it's Halloween time now, and that means it's time to start my Halloween build. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much to ThredUp for supporting this project and sponsoring this video. And if you want to shop for your own affordable, high quality, sustainable clothes, check out ThredUp and use my code Crescent50 for 50% off and free shipping on your first order. Click the link below and check it out. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day and I will see you next time. Bye bye!